What if everything happening in our world right now was written thousands of years ago? 3 ancient prophecies, 3 civilizations, 3 warnings that point to the same year, 2025. Tonight, we dive into texts so old that most scholars refuse to discuss them publicly. Manuscripts hidden in monastery vaults, stone tablets discovered in forgotten ruins, and the disturbing connections between their predictions. And what's happening right now? Are we witnessing coincidence or the fulfillment of humanity's oldest warnings? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might change how you see the world forever. Our journey begins in 3 different corners of the ancient world, separated by thousands of miles and centuries, yet connected by an impossible thread. First, the Tibetan monasteries of the Himalayas, where monks preserved the Chronicle of Akakor. Second, the underground chambers beneath the Sphinx in Egypt. And finally, the Codex of the Seventh Sun. 3 sources, 3 ancient cultures, 1 shared vision of our time and what comes next. So what exactly do these ancient texts predict for 2025? Let me share what I've uncovered. Prophecy 1. The Sky Wound. The Tibetan tablets speak of the Great Wound in the sky. They describe how humanity would first celebrate this wound before realizing its true nature. The tablets are specific. This would happen when the metal birds fly higher than eagles and voices travel through the air without messengers. Sound familiar? Prophecy 2. The Silence of Stone. The Egyptian scrolls describe what they call the Great Silence. They write of mountains that would forget how to stand and waters that would lose their way home. They describe this happening during the season when harvests fail across 7 lands and the guardians of grain become desperate. It speaks of the great awakening of the sleeping mind. The manuscript describes mass revelations, sudden understanding spreading like wildfire. It warns that when the many see as one, the few will tremble. Coincidence? Or is something in our atmosphere changing? Something we're not being told about? Connection to Prophecy 2. Global crop failures. Record droughts across multiple continents. Geologists are baffled by the recent increase in impossible earthquakes. Are we witnessing exactly that? Connection to Prophecy 3. Reports of shared dreams are increasing worldwide. Mass synchronicities. Psychologists are calling it collective unconscious breakthrough. Ancient texts called it the awakening.
And the mountains.
So here we are in 2025, watching events unfold that were somehow described in texts written before the pyramids were built. Are we really supposed to believe this is all coincidence? Or is there something else, something we're not being told? What if these prophecies aren't predictions at all, but memories? And if that's true, what does that mean for what comes next? The ancient texts all agree on one thing. 2025 is not the end, it's the beginning. The question is, the beginning of what? I want to know what you think. Have you noticed anything unusual lately? Strange dreams, unexplained phenomena? Drop your experiences in the comments below. And if you want to dive deeper into these mysteries, hit that subscribe button. Because if these prophecies are true, this is only the beginning of the story. Until next time, keep watching the sky.